Welcome you all in the class of Simplifying Mathematics. Today we are going to learn about modified distribution method, also known as MODI method. Now this method is used for performing optimality test on the basic feasible solution of the transportation problem. So let's learn about this method. Now consider a transportation problem which is having 3 plants and 4 warehouses. The supply and demand, this is given to you. So we have found out the initial basic feasible solution by applying VAM method, and the total transportation cost, this comes out to be 779. Now we have to perform optimality test on this basic feasible solution to check whether this solution can be improved or not. That is, by performing optimality test we will check whether this transportation cost can be further reduced or not. So this is what we are going to check by MODI method. Now starting with the MODI method, the very first step in MODI method is you have to check the conditions for performing optimality test. So now the first condition for performing optimality test is the number of allocations should be m plus n minus 1, where m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. So according to these conditions, so what should be the number of allocations? So number of rows are 3, columns are 4, so this comes out to be 6. So this is the first condition, the number of allocations should be 6 in the basic feasible solution for performing the optimality test. So if you count the number of allocations here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first condition is satisfied. In the initial basic feasible solution there are 6 allocations. So therefore we can write it as this is a non-degenerate transportation problem, means degeneracy is not there in this transportation problem. Now the second condition for performing optimality test is allocations should be in independent positions. So independent positions means what? There should not be any closed loop form with the allocations. कि जितनी भी allocations है वो closed loop नहीं form कर रही है. Now what do you mean by closed loop? Now this is one loop, this is closed. So closed loop means what? कि at the corner of this loop there should not be allocations. कि वो allocations कभी भी ऐसे बंद नहीं होनी चाहिए. Even if you form the loop like this, so at the corners allocation should not be there. If the allocations are forming a closed loop, then we cannot perform optimality test. Now if you look at these allocations, so if you join any of the allocations in any of the manner, you won't find any closed loop. Now second step, set up the cost matrix for the allocated cells only. You have to draw a new matrix which consists of only the cost. The cost of what? The cost of only the allocated cell. Wherever there is allocation, so corresponding to that allocation, what is the cost? So you have to put those costs in the new matrix. So 6 allocations are there. So corresponding to 5, the cost is what? 19. So we have to put all these costs in the new matrix and assign UI and VJ values to each row and column. Means what? So UI value for row and VJ for column. So 3 rows are there, so it will be U1, U2 and U3, and 4 columns are there, so it will be V1, V2, V3 and V4. So कैसे? I will draw a matrix. The matrix is what? 3 by 4. So first step is to set up the cost matrix. So we'll write down the cost corresponding to the allocation. So corresponding to 5, this is 19, then 40, 60, 10, 8 and 20. And assign the UI and VJ values. So this will be U1, this will be U2, U3 V1, V2, V3 and V4. So clear step second. Now third step, compute the row and column values using this equation, that is ui plus vj equal to Cij. Now this is the row, this is the column, and this Cij, this is the transportation cost from the first row to the first column, first row to the second column, and so on. So by using this formula, you compute the value of ui and vj and assign any ui or vj equal to 0. So you take any one, either u1, u2, u3 or v1, v2, v3, v4. You take any of ui or vj as 0 for finding all those values. Now starting with this, now ui plus vj will be equal to what? Cij. So wherever there is the cost, so corresponding to this 19. Now this is the transportation cost from plant 1 to warehouse 1. So therefore u1 plus v1 equal to what? 19. So we'll write here u1 plus v1 equal to 19. So similarly और कहाँ पे cost है? 10. So this will be u1 plus v4. This will be equal to 10. Now moving further, u2 plus v3. This will be equal to 40. Then u2 plus v4. This is equal to 60. Then u3 plus v2. So this will be equal to 8, and the last is u3 plus v4 equal to 20. So compute these values. So we have computed these values. Now we have to find the values of u1, v1, all these values by taking any ui or vj as 0. So for ease of calculations, we are taking this as v4 equal to 0 because corresponding to v4 there are 3 costs. So therefore we assume ki let v4 equal to 0. Now put the value of v4 0 in these equations and find the values of u1, u2, u3, v1, v2, v3 and v4. Now after finding the values of ui and vj, you put all those values in this matrix. Now if you look at the u1, so what is u1? So u1 is 10, u2 is 60, u3 is 20. So similarly you put all the values for this v1. Now v1 is what? 9, v2 is minus 12, v3 is minus 20 and v4 is 0. So clear? Now if you want to check whether these values are correct, you simply add on. 10 plus 9 is what? 19. 60 plus minus 20, 40. 60 plus 0, 60. 20 plus minus 12, 8. So this means what we have found, these values are correct. Now next step is fill the vacant cells with the sum of ui and vj. कि ये जो vacant cells है इनको हमने fill करना है with the sum of these ui values and vj values. तो कैसे? So draw the matrix of 3 by 4. So write down the value. This is 10, 60, 20. So 9, minus 12, minus 20 and 0. Now what will be the value here? So 10 plus minus 12, this is minus 2. 10 plus minus 20, this is minus 10. So 60 plus, so this will be 60 plus 9, 69, then 48, then 29, then 0. Now next step is subtract the cell values of step 4 from the original cost matrix. कि ये जो values हैं step 4 की, तो you should subtract these values from the original cost matrix. Now original cost matrix क्या है हमारा? This is the original cost matrix. Now corresponding to this value minus 2. What is the original cost is 30. So you subtract minus 2 from 30. तो similarly subtract minus 10 from 50. तो वो जो values है वो आपने you have to write these values in this matrix. So क्या आ जाएगा? So that is 30 minus minus 2, 50 minus minus 10, then 70 minus 69, 30 minus 48, 40 minus 29 and 70 minus 0. So this is the final matrix after subtracting the values from the original cost matrix, and this matrix, this is called cell evaluation matrix. Now next is, if any of the values in this cell evaluation matrix this comes out to be negative, then this basic feasible solution, this is not optimal. Means what? Ki we'll move further and we'll look out ki what is the optimal solution. Now if all the values comes out to be positive, means we are not getting any negative value, तो therefore what, the optimality test fails. तो यहाँ पे हमारा test fail हो जाएगा, and simply we can write that this basic feasible solution, this will be the optimal solution and transportation cost cannot be reduced further. So this is the final optimal solution. But in this case we are getting one negative value, so therefore the test will move further. Now next step is कि from the cell evaluation matrix you have to identify the cell having the most negative entry. Now this is a cell evaluation matrix, so which is the value which is having the most negative, so that is what, minus 18. And what is the cell number? So if you name it, this is P1, P2, P3, this is W1, W2. So what is the location of this cell? This is for plant P2, warehouse W2. So location of cell is what? P2, W2. So this is the next step, you have to find the location of the most negative entry. Now next step is to write the allocation of initial basic feasible solution in the new matrix. Okay, this is the initial basic feasible solution, and what are the allocations? 5, 2, 7, 2, 8 and 10. So write these values in the new matrix. So this is what, 5, then 2, 7, 2, this is 8 and this is 10. So after writing the allocations of the initial basic feasible solution, you take the identified cell. Now which is identified cell? This is plant 2 to warehouse W2, that is this cell. You simply take this cell. Now after marking the identified cell, the next step is you have to trace the path so that the corners of the path should lie in those cells where there are allocations. कि आपने एक path trace करना है, जो path क्या हो, the corners of that path. Now if this is the path, so corners of these path, so that should lie in those cells where the allocations are there. The second condition is what, the path should begins and terminates from the identified cell. तो कौन सा वो path होगा कि जिस path पे corners पे क्या हो, will get these allocations. तो अगर आप ऐसे जाते हो ऊपर, तो allocation यहाँ भी नहीं है, यहाँ पे भी नहीं है. If you move like this, तो यहाँ पे allocation है, यहाँ पे है, but the allocation is not there, so therefore this is not possible. So if you go from this to this, this and this, so at the corners of path there are allocations and the path should start and terminate at the same point. Now this is the first corner, the allocation is there. Now second corner, अब यहाँ पे भी allocation है, यहाँ पे भी allocation है, और path जहाँ से शुरू हुआ वहीं पे हमने उसको terminate कर दिया. So this is step 9. The next step is to mark the identified cell as positive. कि ये वाला जो identified cell है इसको क्या mark करना है, positive, और उसके बाद जो भी आपने part trace किया है तो वो negative, positive, negative and so on. So this will be negative, this will be positive, again this will be negative. Now next step is to make new allocations in the identified cell by entering the smallest allocation on path. Now in this identified cell you have to make a new allocation. वो allocation कौन सी होगी, इस path पे जो भी smallest allocation है, तो out of इस path पे देखो allocations कौन सी है, 2, 10 and 8, which is smallest, so this 2 is the smallest allocation on this path. You have to add and subtract this new allocation from the cells at the corners of this path. कि ये जो new सबसे smallest allocation है इसको आपने यहाँ पे प्लस करना है, +2, -2, +2 and -2, और वो जो वैल्यूज है दैट यू हैव टू राइट इन द न्यू मैट्रिक्स. तो अब देखो, अब इस पे इस कॉर्नर पे यहाँ पे आइडेंटिफाइड सेल है, तो यहाँ पे ये वैल्यू क्या होगी, दिस इज +2. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगी वैल्यू, ये माइनस, सो दिस विल बी -2, देन यहाँ पे 10 पे क्या होगी वैल्यू, सो इट विल बी प्लस, और 8 पे क्या होगी, इट विल बी माइनस। बाकी जो एलोकेशन है उसको ऐसे लिख लो, सो दिस इज़ व्हाट 5, दिस इज़ 2 एंड दिस इज़ 7। सो क्लियर। अब जो ये फाइनल रिजल्ट आएगा, सो दैट विल बी योर सेकेंड फिजिबल सॉल्यूशन। नाउ दिस फाइनल मैट्रिक्स, सो दिस इज व्हाट, सो दिस इज योर सेकेंड फिजिबल solution. Now you will find the transportation cost corresponding to this feasible solution and check it out ki whether the cost has been further reduced or not. So now this is the second feasible solution. So we have written it here and found out the total transportation cost, which comes out to be 743. So earlier it was 779, now it comes out to be 743. So this means what, ki after performing optimality test, the total transportation cost has been reduced. So now we'll further check, we'll again perform the optimality test on this solution ki whether this feasible solution can be improved or not. If the optimality test fails, तो this is the final solution. अगर optimality test fail नहीं होता तो this will further move on. After finding the second feasible solution, तो we have to check कि whether this solution can be improved or not. So for that we are performing the optimality test on the second feasible solution. So what are the steps? So again we are repeating the same steps which we have done here. The first step is you have to check for the condition. The first condition is what? The number of allocations should be equal to m plus n minus 1. So this condition is satisfying. Second is what? All the allocations should be in independent positions, that is no closed loops are being formed. So that is also satisfied. So therefore we can perform the optimality test. Now next step is what? Set up the cost matrix and assign the value of ui and vj. So corresponding to these allocation you set up the cost matrix. So corresponding to 5, this is 19, corresponding to 2, this is 10, and so on. We are not taking here as 0 because 0 is means what? There is no allocation. Now next step is what? Finding the values of ui and vj, which we have done earlier by using this equation. Ui plus vj will be equal to what? Cij, where Cij is what? This is the transportation cost of one unit from u1 to v1 and so on. And assuming any value of ui or vj as 0, तो हमने assume करते हैं कि let v4 equal to 0, तो we have write these equations कि u1 plus v1 equal to what? 19, u1 plus v4 equal to 10. So after putting v4 equal to 0 in all these equations, so we have found out these values. So these are the values of u1, u2, u3, v1, v2 and so on. So now put these values here and then move towards the next step 4. The next step is after finding the values of ui and vj, you have to fill the vacant cells with the sum of ui and vj. So 10 plus minus 12, minus 2, 42 plus 9, 51, 20 plus 9, 29 and so on. Now next step is subtract the cell values of step 4 from the original cost matrix कि जो यहाँ पे cell values आई है उसको हमने minus करना है from this cost matrix. So 30 minus minus 2, तो then 50 minus 8 and so on. So final result comes out to be this, and this is called cell evaluation matrix. Now if all the values in cell evaluation matrix comes out to be positive, means there is no negative value, so therefore the optimality test fails and this second feasible solution, this is the optimal solution. अगर यहाँ पे कोई भी negative value आती, then the test will move further. So we cannot say that this is an optimal solution, but since all the values in the cell evaluation matrix are positive, therefore the optimality test fails. Now since all values are positive, that is you are not getting any negative value in the cell evaluation matrix, so therefore we can write that this optimality test which we have performed on the second feasible solution, this fails. So therefore we can write that this second feasible solution, this is our optimal solution. So hope you are clear with the Modi method. No doubt it is a little bit lengthier, but if you go step by step, then it will be easy. So thank you, thanks for watching.